You've tuned in to the Top 10 Gardener with garden expert Ken Lain. Join him daily as he answers timely garden questions that are sure to make a difference in your gardens. Now, welcome your host, Ken Lain.
So my passion has always been and continues to be the reason I love getting up in the morning and going to work is I love plants. I love flowers. I love butterflies. I like worms. We have a coral snake someplace around the nursery. I'm going to catch that thing. It's the most beautiful snake you've ever seen. Take it home, release them in my backyard. It'll get rid of the rats and the mice. And it's just beautiful. It's wildlife. It's fresh air. There's a lot going on to it. So when I get really stressed out, I go out to the garden center and I help customers put plants together, help them to design, help them get the right plant in the right space so they have success. And so we're not just selling plants here. This is how now you're part of it. You're at the staff meeting. We're not selling plants. We're selling projects. We're selling garden inspiration. We're selling uh, beauty in the community. That's make sure they are successful. So when they go home, they're not going to struggle because that's like a curse, but they're going to succeed and go, wow, look how I am a gardener and I feel good about myself and others. I've pet the dog better. The hummingbirds, just the birds have a better song in the backyard simply because I was successful in the gardens. That's what we want. That's what we're selling. And so that's why I go in my backyards. I just go, wow, this is so nice. I lose track of time. I set the phone down and I stop looking at all the text and the messaging and I just play with my flowers. I get my hands dirty. Just makes me feel healthier, better, stronger. And so part of a small business owner is you don't just get to do what you love to do. That's how I get rid of stress. But I still the insurance agent is still trying to cancel my insurance because you had a claim last year. You just got to still go shop that and try to figure out how to have better workman's comp rates and just all these different things you're juggling as a business owner. But that's what I like. You never get bored. There's always something. There's another truckload of flowers or shrubs in the back, or roses just came in. Oh my gosh, the roses are stunning. It was like Christmas for rosarians. It was beautiful. And so you get to always put on these different kinds of hats. It's not pleasant when the toilet stops and you don't have time to call a plumber. You just got to take the two bolts off. You know how much it takes a plumber, how much it costs a plumber to take a toilet off? $300 is what I got a bid for. When you got to be kidding me. I could pull two bolts off and someone had flushed their sunglasses down the toilet, clogged it. It didn't flush. But quickly, it's a 45-minute fix, had it back and going. Yeah, I got a little wet. That's okay. Not with the freshwater side of things. But you're just always putting different hats on. That windstorm a week ago had some of my clips come off the new shade fabric, this beautiful, just striking, huge, massive shade structure, just to take the edge off the plants, help my staff feel to work better, easier, longer, without wearing out. I won't have to water as often. Customers will just delight and just peruse the gardens underneath the shade fabric. It's beautiful. But the wind had taken a couple of it's got bungee cords basically holding it together. Hey, Mom, well, you got to go get a ladder, go put it back up. Get your evap coolers going because it's going to get warm here eventually. Merchandising. I love merchandising basically. Trying to teach my staff. I'm going, now listen, you're working here at Waters Garden Center. I'm going to make sure you are a great retailer by the time you leave. Now, if you don't stay with us, or if you do, you're going to be great at this. And the same design ideas go for interior design, for graphic arts. I'm going to teach you how to be a merchandiser at a retail garden center. And so we're teaching them how to, it should be a piece of art. When you look at good merchandising, you don't even know why. It just feels good. You go, wow, that's beautiful. I want to take a piece home. That's good merchandising. So we're teaching that. So I think that's why no one would ever hire a small business owner. We're just so ADD, or we get bored easy. So we change tasks. We just keep going back and forth. And so, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it. It's not, you don't just get to make your spaghetti sauce, or you don't get to make your favorite, design, or you don't get to just sell plants. You got to do the other stuff too. But that's fun too. Anyway, that's it for this show. Throughout the week, Lisa and I love talking to fans of the show.
There's nothing like tomatoes picked fresh from your garden.
Waters Mountain Tomato Collection are varieties proven to produce and thrive. Heirlooms, beefsteaks, cherries, naturally grown for local success.
Completely organic, never genetically altered, and utterly delicious. They're ready for your garden now.
You can grow your own this spring, and we can help. Waters Garden Center, 1815 Iron Springs Road in Prescott.
Shop Waters in-store or online at watersgardencenter.com. If you want a more fruitful garden, increased success in landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Top 10 Garden Podcast. Years of tips, tricks, and garden shortcuts are guaranteed to make your gardens nicer than ever. Listen to this podcast or read Ken's weekly garden column by visiting watersgardencenter.com. That's Waters with 2 T's, gardencenter.com. Thanks for tuning in.